Hello, I'm Paul Peterson. I'm the Editor-in-Chief at Education Next, and I have with me today Senior Fellow Rick Hanushek at the Hoover Institution. As you can see, we're at the Hoover Institution, and Rick has just written a very interesting blog post on where schools might make their cuts in education. So let me put it to you directly. I know you say they're spending money inefficiently and there's places to make cuts without harming kids. Well, where are you going to make those cuts?
Well, the very top of the list, which irritates a lot of people, is that we want to make the cuts in some teachers' salaries. We want to look at the teacher part. That's not that we're going to cut all teachers' salaries. What we want to do is align teaching salaries with their performance. This is the way that we can improve our performance while getting the cost under control.
Well, how do you decide which teachers' salaries to make the cuts on and which ones not?
Well, this sounds like the classic argument. We can't possibly arrange salaries according to performance because we don't have a completely certain and objective criteria to make these decisions. But in fact, we have evaluation systems that are developing. We have the performance of students that we can observe. And we have a lot of ways that we can develop evaluation systems if we're willing to. Schools haven't been very willing to develop good evaluation systems.
One area where I think a cut might be made is not giving a big boost in salaries just because you have a master's degree. I think right now nationwide teacher salaries go up by 18%. If all you have to have is a master's degree and you get an 18% salary increase. So why isn't that a prime place to look?
Well, the point that you're making is a simple one. We pay teachers according to experience and according to their graduate degrees. Extensive research has shown that neither is very closely related to performance in the classroom. And what that implies is that salaries don't go along with performance in the classroom. And what that further implies is if I look at a whole district, the biggest chunk of their money, 60% or so of the budget of the school goes for teachers and their salaries. The biggest chunk is unrelated to performance. When you see that in that form, you see why there's a lot of room to make improvements.
So we could pay good teachers more and still find a way, if we had to balance the budget.
Well, that's my overall argument, is that our best teachers are way, way underpaid today. But our worst teachers are way overpaid. And we have to get that around. We have to both pay a lot more for our good teachers to keep them in the classroom, but we can't cut the salaries of the bad teachers enough. We just have to get them into a different occupation so that the improvement of the whole teaching force can be seen.
Well, a lot of companies have become a lot more efficient when they've faced a recessionary period, and I guess school districts could do some of the same thing.
Well, there's no evidence that they voluntarily will do this. That's the problem. The school districts always argue, well, in a recessionary time we can't cut money because there's no money there. And then when they're getting money, why would they want to do that? Because there's no need to. We've got extra money. And so the argument is always, well, we never have to or can deal with this problem. But I think that in a recession is when we should, in fact, try to rationalize the way we pay our teachers.
Well, thank you, Rick. Looking forward to chatting with you some more.
Thanks, Paul.